Well, it's October, so that means it's time for some playoff baseball. And the Red Sox, they're back in the postseason, taking on the New York Yankees in the wild card game. Had to make it a little dramatic, clinching on the last day of the season. Here to break down their playoff run coming up is Lauren Campbell of the Locked On Red Sox podcast. And Lauren, uh, just walk us through that Nationals game. Were you nervous at all when they were down 5-1?
I was nervous. I was like, it's really going to come down to the last game against one of the league's worst teams. This is how it's going to end for the Red Sox. And I had to step away for a little while. And I was at a wedding, so I had to step away toward the end of the game. And next thing I know, they had won. And I was like, oh, thank God. I was so stressed. I was like, is the season over right now? Is it over today? Are we going to play Tuesday? Am I going to have something to look forward to on Tuesday? But it was it was very, very nerve wracking just because the Nationals are a team that the Red Sox should beat easily. You look at these two teams on paper, and it's like the Orioles. They don't not really a threatening team, and here they are threatening to end the Red Sox season.
And then, of course, Rafael Devers was the hero, hitting that late home run. How important is it for him to kind of get his swing back? He had a really good game overall and capped off with a nice home run.
Yeah, it's really important. He needs to really just kind of carry that momentum into Tuesday because he's such a really good power hitter. He's always coming in clutch for the Red Sox. He's struggled at times this year, but getting him back to where he should be and getting confidence in his swing is going to be so important because anything can happen in a one game playoff. You need all hands on deck, especially your veterans like Bogarts and Devers.
And you mentioned the one game playoff, and it's a team they're very familiar with, the New York Yankees. Close season series, Red Sox getting the slight edge 10-9. Uh, this is this is who you want to face. You want to face the best, right?
You do, and it's great for the rivalry. It's great for baseball. I'm sure that MLB is very happy. It's going to be great ratings wise, but it's going to be fun. I think that it's. I know that the wild card, this whole thing is like, oh, we don't want the Red Sox and Yankees to play each other in a one game playoff, and here we are. So I'm excited for it. I think that the Yankees were catching fire at the end of the season. The Red Sox had their 7 game win streak. So this is going to be a really, really fun game. I think it's going to be incredibly action packed and probably a little dramatic too.
Oh, it wouldn't be a Red Sox game without a little drama. Nate Eovaldi's expected to take the hill for the Sox. What are you looking at of him?
Oh man, he really needs to just bounce back. His last start against the Yankees was not very good, one to forget. But over the course of the season, he's been pretty dominant against them, and he needs to continue to do that. I think that if he can give the Red Sox 5 or hopefully 6 solid innings, that's going to be really good. He's really been the ace of the staff this season. He's really stepped up in Chris Sale's absence and during Erod's struggles, and there's not a lot of starting pitcher depth. So he really stepped up when the Red Sox needed him to, and now this could be the biggest game of his career. Certainly the biggest game of the season right now for him.
And we don't expect him to throw a complete game. That'd be a lot to ask, even though he, had his World Series heroics in 2018.
Yes.
Who are you trusting right now out of the Red Sox bullpen because they used a lot of their starting pitchers in the game on Sunday?
Yeah, they did. And this bullpen has always kind of been in question, but honestly, I never thought I'd say this at the beginning of the season. I'm going to trust Garrett Richards. I'm a little iffy on Whitlock. I do still trust him, but that pectoral injury, he did look good Sunday, so that's good. And believe it or not, Ryan Brazier, I think that he has been really good of late when he came back his first few outings. Obviously, were not very good. And now he's just kind of stepped up. So I think those three are people to watch for. And I do think that it's going to be all hands on deck. Like I think we'll probably see Nick Pivetta out of the bullpen, which looked really good Sunday too. We'll hopefully maybe we'll see Chris Sale. So I think it's going to be just a matter of putting all of your starters pretty much in your bullpen and just going with the best matchup and who's kind of maybe on the most rest too.
And looking at the other side of things with the Yankees, they're expected to throw their ace, Garrett Cole. What do you think the Red Sox need to do to get him out of the game quickly?
They need to get to him early and often. And this is good news for the Red Sox because they're very good against Garrett Cole. His ERA is upward of 5. I think it's 4.91 against the Red Sox. So they need to continue to get at him early and often. And the sooner they get him out of the game, the Yankees do have some bullpen depth there, but the quicker they get their starter out of the game is but good news for the Red Sox. And if they can continue to hammer them like they have, this could be over quickly for the Yankees.
And the Yankees almost went from leading the wild card to be in a play-in game. They had a hard time scoring against the Tampa Bay Rays, and we're used to seeing them hitting a bunch of home runs and high-flying offense. What do the Red Sox need to do to keep those bats quiet?
They need to really attack Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. They've caught fire at the perfect time for the Yankees and the bad time for their opponents, but they really need to figure out how they're going to get them off the base path, keep them off, get them out, ground them out, strike them out, figure out how to do that, because those are the two guys that are going to do the most damage for the Yankees.
All right, Lauren, putting the pressure on you right now. What's your prediction for Tuesday?
So I think it's going to be a blowout win for the Red Sox. I am going 10-2. I said this on Monday's episode of Locked On Red Sox, so I can't go back on it now. So I'm just going to stick with it. A big Red Sox win.